first team, and today we are going to cover up that is related to discuss both views essay. So there are two types of discuss both views essay. First one, question prompt will ask you to discuss only both of the views without giving your opinion. And second question type is that in which they can ask you to discuss both views plus give your opinion. Now the main confusion is that whether the right place to quote your opinion is in thesis statement or the conclusion. Okay, so we are going to check out everything that is related to these kind of question types. Now firstly check out the format, that if you are encountering question type which is only asking you to discuss both views, okay, तो सिर्फ आपने दोनों views discuss करने, in the given statement you will be given two views, okay, and you have to discuss both of them. And trust me, this kind of question category is quite easy as compared to other four types. Because इसमें कुछ नहीं करना है, there is no headache that how to divide the different viewpoints according to the body paragraph. Just make body paragraph 1 for your first view that is already given in the statement, and body paragraph 2 for your second view. That's it. Okay, there is no need to quote your opinion here because they haven't asked for this. Okay, so let's check out the format for addressing this kind of question type, discuss both views only. So in introduction part, that is certain every question category is going to have, whenever you are going to manage any kind of essay, you have to write introduction paragraph first. Okay, and introduction paragraph will always be made up of three statements. First one being your general statement that will be dependent upon the main topic. Okay, and second one is rephrasing statement. I have already mentioned you the motive behind that in my previous videos. So second one is going to be rephrasing statement. Here you are going to rephrase both of the views that are given. Okay, you can't just simply leave by rephrasing the first view and you are not rephrasing the second view, then this is going to be wrong. Here you have to rephrase both of the views that are given in the essay question prompt. Okay, next one is going to be your thesis line. So here you don't need to mention your viewpoint. Okay, just you can simply write that both of the views or both of the perspectives given will be discussed in the following paragraphs. That's it. This is going to be your thesis line for this one. Okay, now next one, your body paragraph 1, as I've already mentioned it, that in body paragraph 1 you are going to discuss about your first view. Okay, and in body paragraph 2 you are going to discuss about your second view, or you can also call them former and latter view. Okay, and lastly obviously we are going to have conclusion, and here you have to write a balanced summary. Okay, how balanced summary? Because we have discussed both of the views in equal proportion, we are not inclining on one point of view. Okay, हम किसी भी एक पॉइंट को ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं दे रहे बिकॉज उन्होंने पहले ही बोला है कि डिस्कस बोथ व्यू सिंपली. Okay, so you can't incline your conclusion on one side because you have already discussed both of the views as in balance. Okay, so जो आपका conclusion होएगा वो भी आपके balanced summary ही होएगी. Okay, now let's have a look at a question prompt here. For example, online education is becoming more and more popular. Some people claim that e-learning has so many benefits that it will replace face-to-face education. Others say that traditional education is irreplaceable. Discuss both views. तो क्वेश्चन में वो बोल रहे हैं ऑनलाइन एंड ऑफलाइन एजुकेशन. दे आर सेइंग कि जो ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन है वो आजकल बहुत ही ज़्यादा पॉपुलर हो रही है. सम पीपल क्लेम दैट ई लर्निंग हैज़ मैनी बेनिफिट दैट इट विल रिप्लेस फेस टू फेस एजुकेशन. इतनी ज़्यादा पॉपुलर हो रही है ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन के आने वाले टाइम में जो हमारी ऑफलाइन एजुकेशन है, जो फेस टू फेस इंटरेक्शन था स्टूडेंट टीचर का, उसे बिल्कुल ही रिप्लेस कर देगा. Okay, now what most of the students are going to do, they will base their whole discussion on this first statement. No, this is not your statement here. This is not a topic on which you are going to base your whole essay, or you are going to base your whole discussion. This is your statement here. Some people claim that e-learning has so many benefits that it will replace face-to-face education. So this is the thing on which you have to base your essay. You have to discuss everything regarding that. Others are going to discuss about the benefits of online education. So this is wrong here. No, you can't do this. Now your main statement is that जो e-learning है वो आने वाले टाइम में फेस टू फेस इंटरेक्शन को बिल्कुल ही रिप्लेस कर देगा. Okay, so discuss both views. So the thing that you are going to do here is that in body paragraph 1 you are going to discuss about your first view that is related to e-learning. Okay, so you are going to base your whole body paragraph first discussion to the benefits of e-learning. Okay, next one is your second view, that is the latter view, and in body paragraph 2 you are going to discuss about everything that is related to traditional education, that is offline education, right? And conclusion would be based on a balanced summary here, because in this kind of essay you are not supposed to incline towards a single direction or on a single point of view. Okay, you can say that कि दोनों ही methods important हैं, they are the need of the hour. Okay, as like you can give example of corona pandemic, that जब हमारी traditional education fail हो गई थी, then education देने के लिए हम e-learning का ही benefit ले रहे थे. Okay, so in conclusion you can just write out that both of the methods are having their own importance, but traditional language or traditional education cannot be replaced properly. Okay, तो यहाँ पे आप बोलोगे कि ये तो एक तरीके का ओपिनियन कोटेशन ही हो गया कि ट्रेडिशनल एजुकेशन रिप्लेस नहीं हो सकती, ठीक है, बट द थिंग इज दैट यू हैव नोवेयर मेंशन द वर्ड आई. जो आप एसेज लिखते हो दे आर ऑल अबाउट योर ओपिनियन, बट डिफरेंस इतना है कि जहां पे आपको पूछा गया है गिव योर ओपिनियन और डू यू अग्री और डिसअग्री, देन यू हैव टू मेंशन द वर्ड आई स्पेसिफिकली देयर सो दैट रीडर और द एग्जामिनर कैन लोकेट योर ओपिनियन देयर. ओके, सो यहाँ पे आपने क्या करना है कि कंक्लूजन में यही लिखोगे दैट ई लर्निंग एंड ट्रेडिशनल एजुकेशन मेथड्स बोथ आर इंपॉर्टेंट, बट it cannot be replaced properly. Nowhere you need to mention the word I here that this is my opinion. Okay, this is the only difference here. Now let's have a look at that. If you are having discussed both views and give your opinion essay, then how could we can approach that kind of question type, and what would be the format look like? So introduction paragraph will remain same, general statement will be there, rephrasing statement of both the given views will be there, and in thesis line you have to give your opinion. Okay, so this is the format here. Here you have to mention the word I, or you can say in my opinion, so that the reader can locate, can get an idea that you are on this side. Okay, because they are specifically asking you to give your opinion, so it's better that you quote your opinion into thesis statement itself. Okay, so thesis line will comprise of your opinion here, and body paragraph 1 will be based upon the discussion of first view, that is the former view, and body paragraph 2 will be based upon the discussion of second or later view, and in conclusion you are going to restate your opinion too. This is the format. Okay, so this is how you are going to address your, give your both views and give your opinion essay. It means that introduction part will remain same, general statement will be there, rephrasing statement will be there, but in thesis line you are going to quote your opinion, and in conclusion you are going to restate your opinion there. There is no need to mention the word I again, just a kind of sentence which shows some kind of restatement there. Okay, there is no need to mention again and again that I am with this side, or in my opinion, or I agree with this. There is no need to mention I word again and again into your conclusion. You have mentioned it already in your thesis line, that's it, that's fine. Okay, and the format for your body paragraphs will remain same, because they have told you to discuss both views. Okay, one thing more here I want to address is that some people also prefer to make body paragraph 3 to discuss their opinion, but I don't prefer this format. Okay, I don't prefer this format because the reason is that you have already discussed both of the sides once in different paragraphs. One भी आपने discuss कर दिया body paragraph 1 में, and second view आपने already discuss कर दिया second body paragraph में. Then अगर आप body paragraph 3rd में अपना opinion mention कर रहे हो, it means you are going to repeat the same wording again. Okay, अगर आप फर्स्ट व्यू को अपना ओपिनियन बताओगे, देन जो आपने यहाँ पे पॉइंट्स लिखे तो वही आप बॉडी पैराग्राफ 3rd में दोबारा रिपीट करोगे. ठीक है, अगर आप सेकंड व्यू के साथ जाओगे देन ऑब्वियसली आप वही वर्डिंग जो आपके पॉइंट्स हैं उसके रिलेटेड वो आप इसमें दोबारा रेपिटेशन करोगे. देन इट्स बेटर दैट टू अवॉइड द रेपिटेशन हियर, इट्स बेटर यू मेंशन योर ओपिनियन इन थीसिस लाइन प्लस इन योर कंक्लूजन. Okay, I don't prefer this format here of mentioning your opinion into separate paragraph of making it body paragraph 3. Okay, now lastly we are going to have a look at a question prompt essay sample in which they have given you format regarding discuss both views and give your opinion essay. Okay, now the question prompt is saying that some people argue that immigrants should adopt the local culture while immigrating to a new country. An alternative view is that they can adopt to a new environment by establishing a minority community. Discuss these two views and give your opinion. तो क्वेश्चन बोल रहा है कि जब आप किसी न्यू कंट्री में जाते हो, ठीक है, वेन एवर यू आर माइग्रेटिंग टू अ न्यू कंट्री, one option is that you have to adopt their culture. Another option is that कि आप वहाँ पे अपनी एक minority छोटी सी community बना लो. ओके तो हमें दोनों ही व्यूज डिस्कस करने हैं, बट दे आर आस्किंग फॉर आवर ओपिनियन टू. सो व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू इज दैट थीसिस लाइन में अपना ओपिनियन मेंशन करेंगे एंड कंक्लूजन में उसको रीस्टेट करेंगे. ओके तो दो ओपिनियंस है हमारे पास कि फॉर एग्जांपल यू कैन टेक आउट द एग्जांपल ऑफ मैनी ऑफ द पीपल दैट दे आर माइग्रेटिंग टू कैनेडा दीज डेज, ऑस्ट्रेलिया दीज डेज. तो वहाँ जाके वो अपना कल्चर भूल जाते हैं, या वो वहाँ जाके उनका कल्चर अडॉप्ट करते हैं, या फिर वो दोनों को साथ में लेके चलते हैं. Okay, so you can imagine the situation. Okay, so intro paragraph. First one, we are having general statement here. The world in the 21st century is marked by high population mobility. Okay, this is a single sentence which is general statement here, and I have heard many people saying that कि आजकल new format आया है जिसमें हमें journal line लिखने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ती. Okay, no, this is not the case here. I don't believe कि आप उसके ऊपर ज़्यादा फोकस करो कि जर्नल लाइन को ही 2-3 सेंटेंस का लिखो. This much sentence is enough for your journal statement, but it is mandatory to write because that is related to, that sets a background towards that. Okay, basically it sets a background for your whole discussion. So the world in the 21st century is marked by high population mobility. It means migration हो रही है, movement हो रही है. ठीक है, this is your general statement. When an increasing number of people have chosen to leave their motherlands and resettle in a new country, they are at crossroads. You can check out the vocabulary, the level of vocabulary here. Okay, whether to blend in with the local culture or to cherish their own cultural heritages by establishing a minority कम्युनिटी. नाउ यू कैन चेक आउट कि जब हमने रीफ्रेजिंग की है दोनों ही स्टेटमेंट्स को लेके की है, ऐसा नहीं कि एक को रीफ्रेज कर दिया दूसरे को छोड़ दिया, नहीं. यहाँ पे उसने बताया कि जब लोग इंक्रीजिंग नंबर ऑफ पीपल दे हैव चूजन टू लीव देयर मदरलैंड्स, वो अपने देश को छोड़ के न्यू कंट्रीज में सेटल हो रहे हैं, देन वो एक क्रॉस रोड पे आ जाते हैं. मतलब एक डिलेमा और एक कंफ्यूजन हो जाती है कि वो न्यू कल्चर में ब्लेंड हो जाए, वहाँ के कल्चर में ब्लेंड हो जाए, मिक्सअप हो जाए, और टू चेरिश देयर on cultural heritages by establishing a minority community, या फिर वो अपनी खुद की एक कम्युनिटी, छोटी सी कम्युनिटी में उसमें सेटल होके अपना जो पहले वाला कल्चर है उसको चेरिश करें. ओके सो नाउ दिस इज योर मेन थिंग, thesis line. In my opinion, the convergence of different cultures doesn't require one culture to yield to another. Instead, it can be achieved by building minority communities. So this is your thesis statement that is quite precise and direct. उसने अपना ओपिनियन दे दिया है कि मेरे हिसाब से the convergence of different culture doesn't require one culture to yield to another. ठीक है, अगर हम किसी का कल्चर अडॉप्ट कर रहे हैं, it doesn't mean कि हम अपने कल्चर को भूल जाएं. ठीक है, we can carry on our culture plus we can get mixed up with the new culture, local culture there. So this is the opinion that a person is quoting here. Now our body paragraphs. Okay, so our body paragraph 1 is based upon the first viewpoint. Most immigrants at the first stage of their life in a new country are faced with merging into a new culture and integrating into the new society. So this is your topic sentence here, which is quite perfectly highlighting कि यहाँ पे जो person है वो new culture as like कि वो merging को सही बता रहा है. इट मीन्स ही इज गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट द फर्स्ट व्यू कि हाँ अगर हम मर्ज होते हैं देन व्हाट आर द पॉइंट्स टू बी डिस्कस्ड. ओके सो दिस इज योर टॉपिक सेंटेंस हियर. नाउ कम्स द एक्सप्लेनेशन, द सपोर्टिंग आइडियाज. ओके, एक्सेप्टिंग द लोकल कल्चर बाय ऑब्जर्विंग द लोकल ट्रेडिशन इज अ गुड स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट. इट्स अ गुड स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट. डूइंग सो इनेबल्स immigrants to interact with locals, especially in the workplace where locals predominantly work. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप कैनेडा में जाते हो, ठीक है, मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल नाउ दे आर अवेयर ऑफ द इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज में कॉन्वर्सेशन करते हैं, बट इफ यू गो ऑन द क्यूबिक साइड देन दे प्रेफर फ्रेंच ओवर इंग्लिश. तो अगर आपको क्यूबिक में जाना है, दिस इज ए रिक्वायरमेंट कि आपको फ्रेंच की नॉलेज होनी चाहिए. क्यों होनी चाहिए? उसका रीज़न यही है कि वहाँ की डेली कम्युनिकेशन इसमें होती है ज़्यादातर. अगर आप वहाँ पे कहीं काम करने जाते हो या फिर आप किसी लोकल मार्केट में जाते हो और वहाँ पे इंटरेक्ट करना चाहते हो ऑनर के साथ, मैनेजर के साथ, देन इट वुड बी कंड्यूसिव इफ़ यू नो द लैंग्वेज देयर. ओके, सो द सेम थिंग इज हियर कि अगर आप डूइंग सो इनेबल्स इमिग्रेंट, तो अगर आप किसी के कल्चर को जानते हो, ठीक है, देन इट ऑल्सो इजीज द प्रोसेस टू सेटल डाउन देयर. अगर हम न्यू कंट्री में जाते हैं, उनके कल्चर के अकॉर्डिंग हम उसमें मिक्सअप होएंगे, देन हमें वो बेनिफिट ही करेगा. ओके, डूइंग सो इनेबल्स इमिग्रेंट्स टू इंटरेक्ट विद लोकल्स, especially in the workplace where locals predominantly work. So this is a supporting idea. Now comes the example. To make your idea, supporting ideas more effective, we have quoted an example here. In Western culture, people customarily keep a certain distance from each other when having a conversation, whereas in some other culture, the closeness of physical distance is taken as a sign of mutual trust. Okay, so now there is an example from different culture. तो वेस्टर्न कल्चर में बोलते हैं कि यहाँ पे लोग जब पर्सनली इंटरेक्ट करते हैं, जैसे हेलो हाई करते हैं, किसी को विश करते हैं, दे ट्राई टू मेंटेन अ डिस्टेंस. बट देयर आर सम अदर कल्चर, जैसे वो हग करते हैं एंड they show some kind of gestures which have some kind of physical closeness there. Okay, for example, the closeness of physical distance is taken as a sign of mutual trust. So these are the reflection of two different culture here. Western culture में they keep care of a certain distance while meeting to a person, but in some other culture the closeness of physical distance is kind of mutual trust here. Okay, very good example. Examples of this kind of meaning. Now comes your concluding line. It is very important that you give a proper ending to your each body paragraph. A migrant to a new country should recognize the differences and observe local conventions. It will help avoid embarrassment and bring a sense of comfort. Obviously, अगर आप वहाँ के कल्चर को जान लेते हो, you know that how to greet others, what are the things to be keep in mind, then it becomes more easy to settle down into a new country there. Okay. एज लाइक कोई दुबई में सेटल होना चाहता है, देन वहाँ पे थोड़ी रूल स्ट्रिक्ट हैं एंड आई हैव हर्ड, तो वहाँ पे अगर कोई जाने की सोचेगा देन ऑब्वियसली वहाँ के कुछ कल्चर की या व्हाट आर द डूज एंड डोंट्स देयर वी हैव टू टेक बिफोर हैंड इन्फॉर्मेशन अबाउट दैट. ओके, इट विल हेल्प अस टू सेटल डाउन देयर प्रॉपरली. नेक्स्ट वन, body paragraph 2, which is based upon the second viewpoint. Okay, while adopting local customs and blending into local culture, migrants can follow their individual cultural tradition. Now this is the point. Okay, अब वो बोल रहा है कि हाँ आप दूसरे का कल्चर तो जानो, उसकी नॉलेज रखो, बट अपने कल्चर को मत भूलो. ठीक है, एंड यू कैन कंटिन्यू बोथ साइमल्टेनियसली. न्यू कल्चर को भी अडॉप्ट करो एंड अपने को भी कैरी ऑन करो. ओके, सो दिस इज अ टॉपिक सेंटेंस हियर. नाउ द सपोर्टिंग आइडिया. The coexistence of different minority communities in a country benefits both immigrants and locals. Okay, so obviously you can check out कि अगर हम न्यू जगह जा रहे हैं, कनाडा में जा रहे हैं, then you must have heard there is a mini Punjab there. Okay, तो वहाँ के जो लोकल्स हैं वो हमारे कल्चर को अडॉप्ट करते हैं. ठीक है, दे फील इट वेरी गुड, दे लर्न पंजाबी लैंग्वेज, हिंदी लैंग्वेज, दे लर्न द फोक डांस देयर. तो वो बोल रहे हैं कि अगर हम वहाँ पे जाके अपना कल्चर फॉलो करेंगे, कंटिन्यू करेंगे, देन वहाँ के लोकल्स को और जो और आ रहे हैं लोग उनको भी इससे बेनिफिट होएगा. इट मीन्स दे आर सेइंग कि अपना कल्चर मत छोड़ो, उसको कंटिन्यू करो व्हाइल अडॉप्टिंग द अदर वन टू द न्यू कल्चर. ओके, on the one hand it enables immigrants to counteract the stress that results from culture shock and to increase confidence in the residence in a new country. So you can check out कि कनाडा में मोस्टली पीपल जाना क्यों प्रेफर करते हैं, बिकॉज दे आर हैविंग अ पंजाबी कम्युनिटी, द पीपल फ्रॉम द इंडिया, एंड जब वो वहाँ पे अकेले जाते हैं, ठीक है, दे feel homesickness there, and when they found people from their own community, this act as a support, तो उनको support feel होती है. Okay, on the other, the flourishing of different cultures contribute to the establishment of a multicultural environment, a prerequisite for attracting skilled workforce from all over the world to settle. Okay, तो इसमें उसने पूरा समझाया है कि अगर हम अपना कल्चर कंटिन्यू करते हैं प्लस दूसरा अडॉप्ट करते हैं, देन उसके क्या बेनिफिट हैं. वहाँ के लोकल्स को तो बेनिफिट होएगा ही होएगा. एक पर्सन जो वहाँ पे जाके न्यू सेटल हो रहा है उसको होम सिकनेस नहीं फील होगी अगर उसके कल्चर के लोग ही वहाँ पे हैं, वो अपने कल्चर को ही कंटिन्यू कर रहा है. बट अगर दूसरे कल्चर को वो अडॉप्ट कर भी रहा है, ठीक है, वाइल कंटिन्यूइंग विद इट्स ओन कल्चर, देन उससे मल्टी कल्चर इन्वायरमेंट प्रमोट होता है. Okay, so it gives promotion to the multicultural environment, which is quite important for globalized era nowadays. Okay, now we are proceeding towards our conclusion, in which we are going to restate our conclusion and how. Let's look out. By comparing the immigration options above, one can conclude that immigrants can adopt local conventions and cherish their own culture simultaneously. This is a restatement of conclusion. Okay, तो उसने अपना ही पॉइंट दोबारा बताया कि हाँ मैं यही मानता हूँ, अब भी मेरा यही पॉइंट है. पूरा डिस्कस करने के बाद, दोनों व्यू पॉइंट डिस्कस करने के बाद भी मेरा यही पॉइंट है कि अपना कल्चर तो कंटिन्यू करो प्लस न्यू भी सीखो. ठीक है, दिस अलाउज बोथ लोकल्स एंड इमिग्रेंट्स टू co-build a harmonious multicultural community. So this is how you are going to address your discuss both view plus give your opinion essay. Don't forget to restate your opinion in the conclusion. There is no need to use the word I here. You can check out, I haven't used I word here again. Okay, you can just mention it in your thesis line. Okay, so this was all about our discuss both views essay. I hope that everything is clear. If you still have any doubts, you can mention them in the comment box and they will be catered to very properly. Till then, stay connected, stay healthy. Thank you so much.